Order of business is the prayer and the pledges. Everybody please stand. Heavenly Father, we come to you today as an assembled body. We humbly request that you bless our meeting, community, and our nation. Help us work for the common good. Guide us to be insightful, prudent in our intentions. Work through us to provide a spirit of welcome to all in attendance and engage in respectful and thoughtful dialogue. Let's do the Pledge of America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag.
Allegiance to the United States, one state,
Under
under
God,
God, one
one
indivisible.
Any comments from the public? I don't see anybody. And the fourth item is any adjustments? Okay, great. Okay, so we'll go to the consent agenda now. Review and act on the minutes of the April 25th meeting of the Board of Directors, pages 1 through 7. Anybody have any changes? No? Review and act on the financial reports and disbursements from April 25th, 2025. Any changes? No. Receive the tax collector's report.
I did have a question.
Okay.
On page 8, the year-to-date variance on account 463-53. So it's page 8. There's a year-to-date variance of 2,886%, which just, I was wondering if someone could speak to the reason why there's a 2,800%.
Yeah, and it's basically $4,000 with the dollar amount. It's a adjustment for the bank rate. It'll reverse next month. It'll reverse in May to zero,
Okay.
or at least for two.
Thank you very much. On page 10, there were a number of 0% on the variance, and the year-to-date budget was 0. I was wondering if that's typical or,
Yes, it is, because the debt service fund, we don't budget for that column. It's just,
You can't use those funds for anything other than,
That's
right.
Okay.
It's just a standard report from the system, so can't really remove the column.
got it. Okay, and then on page, I think it's page 12, on the bank accounts, and by the way, the context is this is the first time that I'm looking through these, so this is partially my own education. On page 12, where the checking account for Chase, the amount of 1.8 million plus, is there any interest rate that we're earning on the checking account or?
No, it does offset for account analysis, and the reason that's so high is the timing. We issue checks, and so, that came out probably the next day.
Okay, just a quick question. I don't know what the float or what the amount typically is on a month-to-month basis, but has anyone considered the option of a interest-bearing account for amounts like this?
If this is very rare, but it holds, we have to account for outstanding checks, so that fluctuates with, the timing of during the month or even the time of year.
Okay,
Yeah.
do we have an average amount of what the checking account is approximately?
Sure, yeah, it's on the statements. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what it is? Just ballpark, is it like,
Every day it moves.
on the average, is it, I'm just looking for ballpark, is it $10, $100, $1,000, $100,000, $1 million?
Less than that.
Less outstanding checks, I try to keep 5,000 in. just to account for any NSFs that pull out of there or what have you.
Okay,
So I don't try to go below that, but this is just an unusual situation. That's really
Okay.
never that high.
The
Like I
other,
said-
the other funds are in interest-bearing accounts.
All the rest, all the
Okay.
funds that aren't needed day in, day out are all right there in the investments
That's right.
and then interest bearing accounts.
So that was pulled probably to cover a payment and then paid, and it only sat there a day. The
Okay.
1.8 million, correct.
okay, thanks.
Okay, how about the last one, item 8? Consider an act on approving attendance and expenses of the district. Any,
It's a standing item for conventions.
okay, okay. We do that. Okay, so, can I have a second? To
Second,
approve the consent agenda?
I
In
second.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so now we're going to go into a closed executive session. If you'd like to, shut the door and anybody who's not involved with that